what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Whoa! I could keep going all fucking morning.
You're very cardiovascular today.
Very cardio. Well, can you tell I've been doing cardio?
I can.
5 mornings a week, back to it. Five mornings a week, 35 minutes per morning.
How many steps are you doing a day?
About 15,000.
No, you're not.
On average.
Fuck off.
Mate, I will show you.
Get it now.
You do.
Get your health up
listen,
now.
you do 35 minutes of cardio. I'll show you.
No, you're not doing 15,000 steps.
I will show
Go to
you.
the health app.
How do I do it?
Go to the health
Where
app.
is it? Where is it? Now, how do I get it up? I've already done 6,500. It's 11 a.m.
You're not going to walk any more today.
No, I will.
That.
How do I go?
Week.
Week? Boom. Told you. I ain't fucking with you. Look at that.
No, I apologise.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I told you, you throw in cardio first thing in the morning, you get them steps up. Anyway.
Jeez, I'm impressed.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 170, Big Neve.
170 the best.
I had to make the most because I only have, this is my second to last opportunity.
Yeah.
To get a big belting.
What are you going to do with the last? What are you going to do with the last?
Well, it's one of the topics of discussion. Speaking of topics of discussion, Neve.
You know what would really piss Dilly off?
What's that?
Is if you got him to do for the last word, is to splice every single word you've ever done together.
Could you imagine? 100. He would have them.
Yeah.
We would have them on the NAS for sure.
Yeah.
170 different intros. You could just the last episode should just be just all the intros to every word, back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Delicious.
Fine. Anyway, topics of discussion.
All right, back in stock. New products coming soon.
Skip it.
Back in stock. No new products coming soon. WhatSupp? Weekend specials. Weekly word finale. Ask Neve.
Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word. As we've mentioned, it's the penultimate episode, which means second to last episode. Let's get straight into it. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Ooh. Freshly procured this hairstyle. I was actually wearing a hat. Here's my hat. Brand new, actually. I found this. I didn't even know. Look at this. Look how new this is.
Well,
I literally wore it for the first time yesterday.
We've got no black on black, so you can probably
I
sell
had
that.
it at the casa and I forgot that I had it, and then I was like, oh fuck, that's like, you can't get these anymore.
My black on black one, the actual top of it has been chewed by my dog.
Yeah.
And I just can't wear it anymore.
Or because I like wearing black on black, I like wearing when I train, so I got like sweat marks and shit on. But this is crisp, man. Anyway, I had the hat on and Dilip said, nah, you gotta take the hat off, do the hair.
Yeah.
So anyway, I do need to see Rob though. It's starting to get a little bit out of control. Some ages. Like I said, next week.
Yep.
First topic of discussion.
Back in stock. All right, so we got the Arosto cold drip coffees in all SA retail stores.
Actually have a couple of sips of cold drip left right here.
Arms Race Nutrition Harness, all flavours.
Yep.
Arms Race Nutrition Daily Pump, all flavours.
All flavours, all products, Arms Race Nutrition back in stock, available in store and online.
Team J Apparel Fat Grips.
Finally back in stock. They've been out for like a month. They're back, man.
Yep.
I love the Fat Grips for a good bicep. But I've been using them for triceps now. I don't give a fuck. I do all my arm workouts.
I'm looking forward to throwing them back in and throwing the bands back in, but at the moment, I'm not. But it will be good to throw them back in.
Absolutely.
Probiotics Grind, all flavours, including Red Frog.
Including the exclusive MassiveJoes Red Frog. I always have problems with this.
Frog.
I always say Red Frog.
Yeah.
Including the exclusive MassiveJoes Red Frog flavour grind, back in stock in all flavours.
Primabolics Warfare Ripped, all flavours.
Back in stock in all flavours, both in store and online.
EHP Labs OxyShred, all flavours.
Including
the limited edition Orange Gummy.
back in stock.
Oh really? I thought they'd run out of that.
No, well,
okay.
they re-released that shit.
EHP Labs Beyond Bisoulet, all flavours.
All flavours back in stock, and finally,
Sparta HydroShred, all flavours.
back in stock. Next topic of discussion.
So there's been no new products this week.
Yeah, we're skipping new products. We got a bunch coming, but
yeah,
nothing fresh, hot off the press this week.
Coming soon.
We're going to jump straight into coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yep.
BPN Endo Pump,
Yep.
BPN Flight, BPN In Focus, and BPN Intra Flight.
The relaunch of BPN, only a couple of weeks, well, I say a couple of weeks, let's be honest, it's probably going to be a month. The amount of issues we've had with importing recently.
Yeah.
It's probably, let's go a month, let's go November. BPN relaunch in Australia, including Endopump Flight, Infocus, and Intraflights.
TMJ Apparel Fuse Shorts, Charcoal, Burgundy, and Olive.
Launching Friday, October 25.
TMJ Apparel 940 A-frame, new colours.
Launching the Friday after that.
TMJ Apparel Baller Shorts in Burgundy.
Launching the Friday after that.
TMJ Apparel Dropped Collegiate Tee in Grey and Green.
The Friday after that, they're launching.
TMJ Apparel ALT LeBron Tee Burgundy and Grey. That's a mouthful.
We got 5 new TMJ Apparel product launches coming up, starting Friday, October 25, and going all the way through. That's going to take us to like mid-November. When their product launches, man. A whole bunch of new TMJ
Ben Simmons hit his first ever three-pointer yesterday.
Is that his first ever three-pointer?
Yeah.
How long has he been in the league for? Like 2 years? He's never hit a three-pointer.
No.
How?
I don't know. Yeah, it was, I don't know.
That's amazing. Is he like, but surely he's attempted them.
I don't know.
Or he just doesn't shoot threes.
I just don't
Because
know.
there's some, like, you know, like some, they just won't shoot threes.
Yeah.
Because that's just not their strong game. They don't want to fuck up their field goal average.
But he shot it from like a good 1 metre, 2 metres behind the three, and it was nothing but net.
Yeah, it's kind of like me when I go fuck around in the
Yeah,
warehouse.
delicious.
At least 2 steps behind the three-point line, just for extra gains. You know?
Yeah.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
What's up?
Hit 'em, baby. What you got this week, man?
I've got 2, but I'm not going to use one of them because I just found out it's out of stock.
Okay, well, hit us with it anyway.
MassiveJoes.
Okay, yeah, out of stock.
Big fan of it though.
Yeah.
But big fan of the flavour. My WhatsUpp of the week is not going to be something you like. Prana Power Plant Protein.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I called you out on that this morning. I saw
you
you drinking the shit. I said, Neve, that's a one-way ticket to losing all of your gains.
But I love smoothie bowls, and the Prana just goes that thick.
Yeah, it is good.
It's delicious to like just
I
a
still
thick.
wouldn't use it. But.
Yeah, but I just love how it fills me up for so long because of how thick it is.
Right. Speaking of thickness, my WhatsUpp for the week is also a protein powder.
Yeah.
A proper one,
Yeah.
aka whey protein.
A men's one.
You said it. One that's actually going to contribute to gains, not take away from them. Ghost Whey. I busted open a brand new tub of peanut butter cereal milk because it come back in stock. Was it last week? Week before? Anyway, it just recently come back in stock. Fucking amazing, man. In sludge as well, because I have it with my first meal of the day with sludge, bit of granola, bit of blueberries. It is amazing. It tastes like it's like peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
So my WhatsApp for the week, going back to Ghost Whey. Peanut butter, cereal milk. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Weekend specials.
Oh shit, okay. Well, actually one weekend special. It's this weekend. Do you know what it is? I don't think you were here when we discussed it.
I was there on Tuesday.
We're bringing it back, guys. You probably noticed in the back in stock a whole lot of fat burners back in stock, ready for everybody's summer shreds that are going down. Weather's getting a little bit nice. Everyone's trying to get that winter body fat off. This weekend, both in store and online, we're bringing it back. Any 2 fat burners for $120.
It's a ridiculous special.
It's a ridiculous special. And you can mix and match products, brands, flavors. You can get 2 of the same if you just have your favorite fat burner you want to stock up. There's no restrictions apart from stock. Obviously, it's while stocks last, as all of our specials. But pick any 2 fat burners, both in store and online, and cop them both for just $120. Ridiculous. I think like you're saving like, depending on, because the different prices, right? But depending on which fat burners you pick, you can save like up to 60 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to 60 bucks. Ridiculous.
40 bucks.
Maths is not a strong.
80 plus 80 is 160. I think that's the most expensive fat burner, isn't it? 25%. You're saving up to 25%.
You're saving some good dosh, guys. So get amongst it this weekend, both in store, online. Any 2 fat burners for $120. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Weekly word finale.
All right, tell them. Fill them in, man. You got to drop the bomb on them.
Well, next week's the finale.
Okay, you want to give a bit of background for the viewers?
So I've handed my resignation from MassiveJoes as of a few weeks ago.
Big Neve moving on.
But yeah, so last week will be...
I feel like we didn't give that because I feel like if people follow you on social, they probably know. But if they only watch the YouTube channel, you kind of just like breeze through that.
Well, they should have really...
I feel like we need like a special effect. Dilip, can you like put in like
well, they should really have followed me.
Like a dropping a hammer sound? Say it again.
So I've handed my resignation. There's the hammer. Boom. Yeah,
Say
I
it
mean,
again, one more time.
handed in my resignation, but
Oh!
I've
There it is. I felt that was much better.
yeah, I've gone into detail on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So if you want to go have a look there.
You really haven't gone into detail.
Well, I haven't.
I did a Q&A this weekend, and half the questions were about where's Neve going. So I just sent them to your Instagram post, and I read your. No, I did. I said swipe up.
Yeah, yeah.
On your Instagram post, and I had like 1,000 swipe ups to your Instagram post. But
There
then
you
I
go.
read it, and I was like, you haven't really said that much.
Meh.
So I don't think you've gone into detail. I think you've kind of put a post up and.
Well, I had to put a post up because you told people at the retail store stuff, meeting and stuff, and then I started getting inundated with phone calls, and then somehow reps from fucking different states were calling me.
Yeah, word travels fast in the industry.
Spread very fast.
Spread very fast.
So, yeah.
So Big Neve's moving on. Last day is Friday, October 18th.
Yeah.
Which means this is the second to last episode of Weekly Word. We have one more episode, which will be the finale, episode 171, which will go down next week.
Yep.
And then it's time to turn the page.
It can be the Boss Josh hour.
No, it's definitely not going to be the Boss Josh hour. Fuck.
That's a great name for it.
No, it's not a great name. It's not a great name at all. So the finale is going to be next week. I actually wanted to ask you guys because we have, so you're a part of a bunch of the media that we do here. So obviously we've had to make plans to make changes because Neve's not going to be around anymore. So the video series that you're in is obviously this Weekly Word. We'll come back to that in a sec. Sup Wars is going to continue. Boss Josh is actually going to take your place in Sup Wars, and then we're going to have a rotating referee so that the referees can be unbiased. And if they do a shit job, they get sacked, and we bring someone else.
Who's going to step in though? Vinny?
Well, Vinny, Nuts, Dilla, we don't get, like, it's going to rotate. Hey, Lex.
I don't think Dill's ever been on this
Lil
side of the
John and the Warehouse Boys.
I don't think Dill's ever been on this side of the camera.
We're going to rotate, like they do in like professional sports.
Yeah.
Rotate referees. So Sup Wars is going to continue. The Massive Joe Show podcast, we've got 2 episodes left, and then we are going to wrap the Massive Joe Show podcast up and transition to what we believe we're going to call the Fitness Times Business podcast, which is just going to be myself and special guests. And then Weekly Word. So what I wanted is your opinion, guys, as subscribers of the MassiveJoes YouTube channel and weekly tuner-inners. Let's go with weekly viewers of Weekly Word. We have pretty much a blank slate with Weekly Word. So I want to know what you guys want to see. It's not going to be called Weekly Word anymore, obviously, because it can't without Big Neve. One does not simply replace Big Neve in Weekly Word. But it will be moving to a weekly video series. We're definitely going to keep the Q&A aspect because Ask Neve is, we can tell by analytics, we can see what you guys watch. The most popular part of Weekly Word. So we're definitely going to keep a weekly Q&A. But I'm interested to know, what else do you guys want to see in a weekly video series? What should we call it is the other question. So hit us in the comments down below with a name and the content that you want to see, and we'll take everything on board, and we will come up with a new video series in a couple of weeks. Next topic of discussion.
Ask Neve.
8 questions.
Plus Pierre.
9 questions this week for Ask Neve. Starting from the top. Hey guys, it's Sid from Auckland, New Zealand. Thanks for answering my question last week. You're more than welcome, Sid. A more fun question this time. If you had to use supplements from only one supplement brand to cover all of your supplement needs for the rest of your life, which brand would you pick and why?
Probably Core Nutritionals.
Core Nutritionals, 100%. Best quality products, greatest range of products. It's a very easy question to answer, really. Core has got all of your bases covered. In fact, most of the products that I do use are, well, now it's probably split between Core and First Form. Yeah. Really, are probably my 2 favorite brands. But if I had to pick one brand, it'd definitely be Core.
But I'd say that Core has a product on par, if not better, than First Forms.
Yeah, well, there's, you're pretty much bang on. The one thing that Core doesn't do yet is a greens.
Yeah.
But Core Greens is coming soon. So, Nathan Cheapy. Hey fellas, Nathan here from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Just wanted to ask if you ever experience pains in the back of your head whilst training. It's fine throughout the day, but when I get to my working sets, it kicks in. This lasts for about a week now. Thanks guys, stay massive.
I'm going to take a guess, but it's probably completely wrong. But I mean, there's a lot of muscles that run up the back of your neck and into your head. So maybe you've just got very tight neck muscles that are running up into your head.
It sounds like exertion headaches.
Yeah.
Is what you're kind of getting.
So yeah, I mean, if you think during the day, when you're training, you're not using your muscles, and as Joe said, you're obviously not exerting yourself too much during the day. So probably either one of those kind of two things. But yeah, I mean, definitely whenever I get those kind of pains, I just have a massage, and it generally feel a lot better and loosens up those muscles around my head and neck, and my pains go away. But yeah.
D Walker Fitness, Damien from Stoke in the UK. Where do you see the TMJ channel going in terms of content? New video series perhaps? PS, I would love to see more vlog videos. I will miss Weekly Word.
There you go. I think Joe just said that where it was going, but then yeah, obviously what do you want to see? So
yeah. We've got a couple of things happening, Damien. So as I mentioned, Sup Wars is going to continue. Boss Josh is going to step up into Neve's position, and I'm going to beat him in every single episode. We're going to be rotating referees. Weekly Word is finished, and we're going to bring in a new weekly Q&A based video series for you guys that I'm interested to hear your thoughts about in the comments down below. What should we call it? What sort of content do you want to see? Basic Breakdown will also continue. And then we're going to be bringing back In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes with a slightly new format, an updated format. We're going to use a lot of our sponsored athletes, Team MassiveJoes sponsored athletes in those videos as well. And then finally, we're also going to be bringing back vlog. To start, it's going to be on a monthly basis, and we're going to take it from there. If it's super popular, we'll move it to every fortnight. If it's super popular, move it to every week, but we'll start with a monthly basis. So a bunch of changes happening on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel, just how we like it. And then, of course, all the athlete series too. Devin Foley. Hey guys, Devin from San Jose, California, USA. It will be a sad, sad day when Weekly Word does not exist. My question this week is piggybacking off last week's question about pointless fitness trends. In your opinion, what is an ingredient in sports supplements that has been shown to be mostly pointless, but brands still use it in their formulas? P.S. Bonus question for Joe. If you had to give up Robbie's Chop Shop or competing in bodybuilding shows, which would it be? Oh, what a horrible question.
I don't know, there's a lot of ingredients like taurine that kind of gets put in there that I think is much better, and they kind of just use it as fillers a lot of the time. Ingredients like that, and then when products put like carbs in there, in the products when they don't need to have carbs in there.
I'm going to say arginine.
Yeah,
I think arginine is one of the most redundant ingredients.
There's a lot of ingredients that are, yeah, as you said, are redundant, and times have changed. There's a lot better ingredients out there. Yeah, that people really just haven't sort of got with the times.
Haven't updated.
Yeah, AAKG, people are still chucking.
Arginine. Yeah, arginine, alpha-ketone glutarate.
Chucking it in there still.
And let's be serious now.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that was popular in 2002, but now there's much better products on the market.
100%. Listen, I'm going to plead the fifth on that question, Devin, because that is a horrible question. That's like one of those questions, like, would you rather have an elephant-sized something or you know, like one of those bullshit questions? I don't like those questions. No. They're horrible. Because the answer is neither. Yeah. Kirk Larson. Hey guys, Kirk here again from Janesville, Wisconsin in the US of A. Happy to hear you recovered well, Big Nevos. Thank you for answering my binge eating question last week. Also the advice you gave to 18 to 20-year-olds thinking about steroids and test boosters was spectacular. Thank you, Kirk. We should probably get Timmy Turner and make an IG clip out of that, because that was a good answer. I'm going to hit him up after this. This week, I have a follow-up to that question. Would a product like Corebolic be beneficial to someone like myself, a 21-year-old? And what are some other muscle building, for lack of a better term, supplements you would recommend? Thanks again, and as always, stay massive.
I mean, probably not. I wouldn't say at 21. I mean, at 21, my top product's always protein powder, BCAAs,
and food,
and creatine.
Listen, let's go food first.
But food first, definitely.
You know,
a lot of people, and we see it every day. We see it with people here at work. We see it with at the common trains. We see it at the gym. In my DMs, everywhere. Is people are looking for a secret supplement to build muscle. And then you ask them what they're eating or how many calories they're on, and they can't tell you. So it's something as simple as sitting down and figuring out your calories and making sure you're in a calorie surplus, which is going to build muscle more than anything such as corbolic, and you're just going to be pissing it down the drain, really.
Listen, man, I answered a question on my IG Q&A this week about, I got a question from a female, and she said, what would you recommend for a female who's trying to build muscle? And I was like, I'm going to recommend exactly the same thing as I recommend for a male. That is resistance-based training at least 5 times a week, implementing progressive overload, a 10% caloric surplus, and a macronutrient split of 40% of your calories from protein, 40% from carbs, 20% from fat.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat for at least 3 years. That's it. But no one likes that answer.
No.
Because it's too much work and it's boring. And that's why a lot of people ain't building no muscle. Because they're looking for, listen, Kirk, you could take corbolic, absolutely. You could take creatine, BCAAs, protein powder. You could spend all the fucking extra cash that you have on subs. If you are not training with sufficient intensity on a frequent enough basis, or you're not in a caloric surplus, or your macronutrient split is some bullshit like keto or low carb or fucking, I don't know, name a fad that is not a 40-40-20 macro split, you're just not going to build muscle. It's simple as that. Those 3 things are the foundation. Once you do the foundation and you rinse and repeat for years on end, then you can add the sauce on top, which is the supplements.
It's when you look at a lot of people go and buy like MTS Drop Factor, Core Shred, acetyl-carnitine, like there's triple stack there, and they spend like $230, $240 on that particular stack. But if you're not in a calorie deficit, it's not going to work. And people say that they're wasting their money, or it didn't work for me, or you've got to be in a calorie deficit. So it's just the same as building muscle is.
There's no supplement that is going to override the
shit diet.
Override thermodynamics. It's if you want to lose body fat, caloric deficit. If you want to build muscle, caloric surplus. That is, you can't. It's like gravity. If I hold up this clip and I let it go, it falls. There's no supplement that's going to make it fall up. Just like there's no supplement that's magically going to put you into a caloric deficit. No supplement that's magically going to help build muscle if you're not in a caloric surplus. You have to get the fundamentals first. Zach! Hey guys. Zach here again from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for the detailed answer to my question. I'll be showing this video to the PTs trying to push SARMs and steroids, and all my mates pushing me to hop on these compounds. My question today is on body image issues. Over the past 2 years of training, I'm down 27 kilos from 105.3 to 78. Nice work, Zach. It's good progress, man. Everyone tells me I've lost heaps of weight and I look healthy and fine, but for some reason I can't get the thought of me being a fat kid out of my mind. Do you guys have any tips for me on this issue?
I think everyone's going to not be happy with their body 100%. I mean, I don't think there's anybody who's really happy with their body at any stage.
No.
Even like Joe or myself or anyone, I think there's always...
Fucking Tim McKinnon last night we were training. He's 10 days out of the IFBB Nationals. He just won this Queensland super heavyweight title, placed 3rd at the Amateur Olympia, won the Bendigo overall title. He's posing, he looks fucking amazing, and he's like, I look shit. I look flat and watery. But I'm like, bro, come on.
There's times when like when I was at my leanest and I was like fairly low body fat percentage, and I still thought I was really fat. In my head I was still like 12 to 15%. Whereas I look back at videos, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember being that lean. So I think it's something that's always in your head, is you're never really happy with how you are, and I think you're just going to use that. I mean, I use it as motivation to work harder.
Use it as fuel.
So if I'm not happy with where my body's at, or I'm not happy with my body fat levels, I'll use that as motivation to diet harder or train harder or whatever that may be. So I don't think that's the thing. What happens if suddenly you decide you're happy with your physique? Like, what then? Like, do you just stop training? Or, I think you've always got to be trying to aim for something new and set new goals. So I mean, if your goal was to go from like down to 78 kilos, which you've done, now it could be to increase your muscle mass. Now it could be to build up to 85 kilos with a bit of lean muscle or whatever. It's just setting those goals and then using, in your mind, obviously if, you don't want to have a massive mental issue with your body, because that does become a problem, but use it as motivation to say, look, I wish I was a bit leaner. Well, all right, keep doing that and set a short-term goal and try and lose a bit more body fat, or try and put on a bit of lean muscle mass now and go from there.
I agree, 100%. Gums13, hey guys, Stu from Ebbw Wales in the UK. Gonna miss these weekly words when they are gone. Good luck for the future, Neve. Sure, whatever path you take, you'll crush it. Thank you for the camera advice last week. My question this week is, what do you think is the best way to grow your social media when you want to use it for business purposes? Thanks, guys. Stay massive, Stu.
A big thing to look at is who your audience actually is and what they're actually looking at your page for.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's Stu's business?
It doesn't matter what Stu's business is.
Anyway, let's just say
principles are the same.
Yeah, let's just say you're a personal trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in you going and posting pictures of yourself at the beach all the time, because they're not relevant to what you're trying to achieve.
Correct.
For a personal trainer, what people want to see is, are you knowledgeable, for example? Like, do you know what exercises and tips and stuff to be changing people? Do you know, different varying exercises, techniques, whatever it may be, like client transformations, before and afters, those kind of things, client testimonials. I mean, it's the same as anything, like a builder, for example. A builder will post pictures of finished projects, we'll post pictures of them working on jobs, we'll post pictures on house plans. It's all based on what the what the end consumer wants to see and why they look at your social media. I'm
going to give Stu possibly some of the most practical business advice I've ever given on Weekly Word. And I consider myself pretty fucking good at using social media for business purposes. MassiveJoes really has been built on the back of social media, let's be honest. Because when this business started, there was no money to spend on traditional advertising. So social media was, through necessity, the only way that I could get the word out about this business. 5-step process to using social media or growing social media if you want to use it for business purposes. Firstly, figure out who your target audience is for business purposes. So this is on the premise that we have a particular business, it doesn't matter what the business is, figure out who the target audience is of that business. That's step 1. Step 2 is start to create content that adds value to that target audience for free. That's step 2. Step 3 is do it every fucking day. Not once a week, not 3 times a month, not when you feel like it, every fucking day. That's the step most people fuck up because they're lazy. Step 4, take that content, throw some advertising dollars at it, and it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be $5 a day if that's all you can afford. Run targeted ads with your content to people in your target audience. And you can do that with social media advertising, Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising. You can even do it with Google to a certain extent now. The way that you can target ads using digital advertising is ridiculous. And you should definitely be doing it, especially if you're trying to grow your social media for business purposes. Take some money, push that content to your target audience. Step 5, it's called social media. It's not called advertising media. It's not called magazine media. It's not called one-way media. It's called social media. So this means you need to interact with the people who you're creating content for. You know how many people like put content out there or run ads or whatever and don't interact with their community? They have all these followers and they never respond to fucking DMs. Their DM inbox is like hundreds of unread messages, or they never respond to comments on their posts. Interact. Social media. That's my 5-step process. Simple, but not easy. Ain't that the truth?
It's true.
What episode was that? MassiveJoes Show. Simple, but not easy.
Oh,
I don't know if I can Google it. Patrick Brennan. Hey fellas, just a quick question. Where the fuck's Patrick from? Patrick hasn't told us where he's from. Where's Patrick from?
He's from Doncaster in Victoria.
Doncaster in Victoria. Hey fellas, just a quick question. I run a successful personal training business and I feel as if I have almost reached my full capacity in terms of a client base as I'm almost fully booked out. However, I feel as if now I want to continue to grow the business and make my brand as big as possible. To do this, I understand I need to upscale, but unsure how to do that in personal training. What would be your advice for knowing when it's time to step things up and upscale? And how do I figure out the best approach to do so? Cheers and stay massive.
I mean, I'm in two minds with personal training here. The first one is if you're already booked out and you're looking to earn more money, is to charge a higher rate. That's probably the easiest way. So you've got 40 sessions, they're paying you $50 an hour. 40 sessions, charge $80 an hour. Whatever it may be. That's going to be probably your best way to do it. I mean, every company has price rises, has price increases. We have it from our end in terms of suppliers, in terms of transports, in terms of anything.
I think, you're 100% correct, if your goal is to make more money. But Patrick specifically said here, I want to make my brand as big as possible.
So this is what I said about two sides of the thing. Is a lot of personal trainers, what they'll do is they'll come and employ personal trainers to take some of the sessions away from themselves.
Increase the number of man hours they have per day.
I'm not a fan of this. Because I think that somebody, if they're coming to see you as a personal trainer, generally they want to be coming to see you as a personal trainer. They don't want to come to see Joseph Mencel and then get handballed to me to take your sessions. They want you. And there's a big thing we've seen, like with Gary Vee, for example. I've seen him as well, or people like speak to him about it. Is people want Gary Vee? They want to pay $10,000 to VaynerMedia to speak to Gary Vee. They don't want to speak to it to see his fucking little sidekick that they've got. And that's what I don't like about personal training, and I don't necessarily agree with. And I've been, over time, I've been a personal trainer for, well, I've had my PT qualifications for like 13 years. Is I've seen that's the way that people go and build their business to a 6-figure, to a 7-figure business, is go and have 4 or 5 personal trainers working for them and then them taking a cut. But yeah, I mean, if you want to build your brand, I think it comes back to to Gums's question really. And I don't think that by taking on more clients, the way to build your brand is to take on more clients and like subcontract the work out. I think it's more so going back to what Gums's question was and saying exactly what those 5 steps Joe did and build your brand that way. I don't think you need to be doing more work to build your brand. I just think you need to get better at building your brand.
My question to Patrick is, and this is really going to get straight to the heart of what he's trying to accomplish. Why do you want to make your brand as big as possible? What's the goal here? Do you want to build a big brand because you want to make more money? Do you want to build a big brand because you want to branch out into an app or online training? Like, what's the purpose of building this big brand?
I mean, like the thing that I said before is like increase your wage, but look at ways that you can, like, this is if we're talking about money here, is increasing your rate by $10, $20 an hour, whatever it may be. Another thing is, how can you make that money work better for you? Instead of taking one person on, can you do classes. 2 people, or can you do 3 people, or can you do 4 people? 4 people paying you $50 instead of one person paying you $70. Suddenly you're getting $200 compared to $70. Can you go and get a soccer team which has 20 members and they pay you $20 each? Suddenly you're getting paid $400 for 45 minutes work. Can you make your money work harder that way? As Joe said, is if building a business is you want to become famous or you want to be.
What's the reason? Why do you want a big brand?
You want to be well known.
And you know, the flow-on question from that is, what is your brand? Is it Patrick Brennan Personal Training? If it's Patrick Brennan Personal Training, you're going to have problems, because no matter how big your brand gets, people are going to want to be trained by Patrick Brennan. This is exactly what you said. If you have, let's pick one of our athletes, for example. Let's talk about Tim McKinnon, because he's here at the moment. Tim's down from Queensland, shooting some content with us. So he has In the Trenches, which is his brand, and he has Coach Tim in the Trenches, which are people who want to be trained by him. So, you know, there's so many layers to this question, Patrick, but I think ultimately what it comes down to is, why do you want to build a big brand? I think if you can answer that question, the rest of the answers to that question will be much easier for us to give. If it's financial, we can give one line of answering, and I think what you're saying is 100% correct. I think it needs to stay Patrick Brennan Personal Training. You need to increase your rates. You need to look at things that you can do in terms of actually getting more efficient with how you're spending your time.
But and then on top, just quickly, is then you can run things like 8-week challenges and add an extra value on top.
Correct.
And you look at F45 strong, where they run 3 or 4 or 5 8-week challenges a year.
Yeah.
And that's how they make their dosh through there. And then you can do things and charge scans and charge somebody, I can charge you $60 for a scan, but I pay the guy $30. I've just made $30 every scan, get $10, make $30 profit. There's $300 just from some other dude making the scanning. There's so many ways to make money that sort of on top of what you're thinking about rather than just your hourly rate.
Yeah. But answer that question, Patrick. Why do you want to build a big brand? And let us know, and then we'll be able to give you some more useful advice. Last question.
Pierre.
The Buff Bobcat from Chester in the UK.
Mate, okay, my question. Tell us something we don't know about you, like sitting on a textbook for Weekly Word. No, don't do that. Sorry it's late, Steve.
Yeah. Is that actually his question?
Yeah.
Tell us something we don't know about you. Tell him.
Everyone in my family calls me Bud.
Bud?
Yep.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yep.
That's fucking weird. Where'd that come from?
Buddy.
Buddy?
Mum, Dad, or my family just call me Bud. I don't know why.
They don't call you Neve?
No, they call me Bud.
I think we should change that.
Hey, Bud.
Hey, Neve.
There you go.
There you go.
I think no one's ever picked up on it because it's never stuck as a
listen,
fucking
I'm just going to put it out there. I think that's the worst question Pierre's ever asked. You could tell he was under pressure to think of something because that is a horrible question.
I can't think
Pierre,
of anything.
please do me a favor. Make up for that in next week because it's the last episode of Weekly Word.
God,
it's the last time you're going to have the last question. Please make up for this. Fuck, what a disaster.
I can't really think of anything exciting off the top of my head. That
No, that'll do. Shit question, shit answer.
Yeah.
We'll roll with it. Big Neve, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your posts and notifications on both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Guys, that is the second to last episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 170. Until next week, where we're coming to them from Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.